Getting over to our State House. There is a new bill moving forward at the State House aiming to give a tax break to those small businesses and draw more businesses here in the first place. Nearly half of all South Carolinians work for a small business. That's according to the U.S. Small Business Administration. News 19's Josie Frost has this story.
Year after year, small businesses in South Carolina pay their own special tax on any of their personal property. So that could be any tables that they use or a piece of equipment. This bill would exempt them from the first $10,000 of that tax. Small businesses say it could be a major step forward.
Every year we pay over $300 to Richland County and the City of Columbia property tax on that copying machine. It just doesn't make any sense.
This copying machine belongs to Thomas Rhodes, who owns Rhodes Branding, along with several other small businesses. He pays around $300 on that machine alone in business personal property tax, along with every chair, computer, or desk. The tax is based on the local millage rate.
We paid sales tax on them, so we've been taxed once, but now we're paying a tax every year to the county on them as well.
But under the bill, small business owners would be exempt from paying the tax on the first $10,000 of their personal property. Bill sponsor Representative Brandon Newton says it's a way to give back to small businesses.
They're the ones that sponsor the Little League teams and give to local charities, and we're trying to show them they're appreciated, and we want to make sure they're getting a break.
County governments would be taking the loss in tax revenue. A fiscal impact study found counties across the state would lose around $9 million combined, with Richland County noting they might have to increase the millage rate to offset the impact. But Newton says that counties helped write the bill in a way that minimized the impact.
This is only going to impact these local governments in a much smaller way than a larger cut would have done for our larger businesses. You know, our larger businesses, this tax is a rounding error. But for our small businesses, these are hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars coming out of their pockets that they could use to pay themselves, pay their employees, or reinvest in their business.
The South Carolina Manufacturers and Commerce, along with 24 other local chambers of commerce around the state, urged lawmakers to pass the bill in a letter, saying our rules on this tax places South Carolina businesses at a competitive disadvantage. Each business has to count up each item to submit it to the Department of Revenue. For many, the biggest relief would be getting that time back.
Most times in small business, the owner is the head of HR, the head of accounting, the head of purchasing, the head of sales, the head of marketing, the owner, the janitor, and just does everything. And so this creates an unnecessary burden on small business because they don't have that infrastructure that larger businesses have to deal with it.
Now, the bill has been approved by the House, but it still needs a final vote from the Senate before it can head to the governor's desk. Reporting at the State House, Josie Frost, News 19, WLTX.
All right, Josie, thank you so much. The bill also cuts the corporate license fee for certain South Carolina-based corporations. State analysts estimate the change would reduce general fund revenues by nearly $1.7 million per year once it's fully phased in.